So Honor has launched the Honor 10, the much awaited phone, the phone that would be competing against the OnePlus 6 that you'll be seeing in the next story. So this is it, the Honor 10, and it was launched in London. Yeah, we couldn't go there, but we have the phone, and that's what matters. I will show you the phone, and if you like it, you can pre-order. The pre-orders have already started. The price starts at 32,999 rupees. There's no word on the number of variants that we are gonna get, but what we have right now is one with 6 GB of RAM and 128 GB of storage, right? So yeah, I opened the box. You'll get a cover also, which I don't have because it's just a review unit. And look at this, it's gorgeous, doesn't it? Yeah, same design. I mean, the gradient color that we already showed you on the Huawei P20 Pro, same, right? It's fantastic. You look it from angles and the color sort of shifts. So it's a 3D glass back, looks wonderful, nicely curved, and let me power it up also for you. And yeah, so by the time it gets powered on, I will show you the rest of the stuff. I don't have to say what it is, so that's pretty much what you get, right? What you get is a 5.8 inch of LCD display, it's a full HD display, and 19:9 aspect ratio, and you have the notch here as well, which is housing your front camera. And at the bottom, you have this chin, which is housing your fingerprint scanner, so it's under the glass, which is good. So you can unlock the phone with your fingerprints, and also face unlock. Now the deal here is the camera, of course. I'll come to that later. Let me just talk about the hardware first. So powering this is Huawei's very own Kirin 970 processor, the same processor that we saw on the Huawei P20 Pro. So it's the same processor, and yeah, it's a good reliable processor. So performance wise, I don't think you'll have any issues whatsoever, like nothing. And there's 6 GB of RAM, man, in this, so that's huge. 128 GB of storage as well, so that's a lot. I don't think you need any more, right? Also, it's running on Android Oreo, which is great, with their own EMUI 8.1 on top, which is all right. There's no app drawer, but no unnecessary apps as well, so looks good. The interface, you'll get used to it, right? Now let's come to the camera. There are 2 cameras there, dual camera. Doesn't say anything about Leica branding, but it does say AI camera, which means AI is here. And the Kirin 970 processor has a dedicated NPU, neural processing unit, where all the machine learning and artificial intelligence calculations and processing is happening separately. So that's great. So you have a 24 megapixel camera and a primary 16 megapixel camera with f1.8 aperture. So it's good for low light photography as well. And so AI, what AI is going to do is that it can actually identify now 500 scenarios across 22 categories, and it can really identify subjects and your background like sky, water, grass, and everything, and it will give you the optimized setting that will give you the best result, right? So that's in short what AI does, although there was a big presentation on that. And it is also using something called semantic image segregation technology. So if there are multiple subjects in the frame, it can identify all of them. That's what it claims. Just now I took a couple of pictures when the phone was powering on, and if you can see from these results, looks good, right? Now the thing with artificial intelligence, at times in certain scenarios you feel it's a little artificial, but that's, I mean, it's still better than a bad picture. At the front you have a 24 megapixel camera, and you still, in both the cameras you have portrait mode and lots of modes for you to play around with. AI also would come in both the cameras. So yeah, AI is basically clicking pictures for you, just pressing the button to be precise. There's a 3400 mAh battery, and which I think should last you a day, but we'll test it, save it for our final verdict. And there's a USB Type-C, yeah, and audio jack. You still have that. So yeah, that's it. The Honor 10 looks gorgeous in all its glory, in glass, back, front, both. The display looks fantastic. The processor is very promising, and it's the AI that is the highlight. So we're going to be clicking lots of pictures. Don't forget to follow us on our social media account. And yeah, so I'll be putting a lot of pictures over there. So yeah, we'll start using it and we'll be back with our full review next week. Yeah, pre-orders have started, the Honor 10, and next is the OnePlus 6.